Hey beauties, welcome to My Sheer Beauty. I am Britt, your beauty coach, and today I'm going to share with you my personal tips and tricks on what your makeup essentials should be and what every woman needs in her makeup bag. Are you ready?
Don't tell me that it looks so easy. Do you now?
We're going to be talking about makeup essentials and what every woman needs in her makeup bag to have a complete full face of makeup or even a minimal face of makeup. What you want to do is actually go to mysheerbeauty.com and then scroll down. Then you will come up to the free downloads. This is a list that I created for anyone to have. You can print it up, keep it in your makeup bag, keep it in your makeup drawer, or just have it in a bunch of files if you're super organized. If there's something that you don't have, then you know what you need to go buy. Or if something runs out, then you can cross it off or just keep tabs, kind of like an inventory as well. Now I have my list right here and I'm gonna go off of this. So let's get started. I got my coffee. So we're gonna start off. The first product that every woman needs is a primer. No matter what your skin type is, if you're dry, if you're normal, if you're oily, you definitely need a primer. The reason why is because a primer helps to minimize any texture that you might have, and it keeps your foundation from settling into your skin. It promotes the longevity of your foundation throughout the day. I have the Fenty Beauty, which I absolutely love. I feel like it's good, it's hydrating, and I feel like it works as though it's a double-sided tape. So it locks in all the moisturizer and the serums that I have on my face already, but then it also has something for my foundation to stick to so that it's not moving, it doesn't budge, and it's literally there all day long. So the next thing is foundation. This is my foundation that I wear every day. This is by Kiko. It's called the Smart Hydrating Foundation. I absolutely love it. Foundation is essential because it not only helps to even out your skin tone, it just creates a really nice canvas. It's good for if you're just running out the door or if you want a full face and you're taking photos or you're gonna be in a video. If you don't want a foundation, you can definitely do a tinted moisturizer or BB cream or CC cream. Foundations also come in different formulas. They come in a cream, they come in a gel, they come in a stick, they come in loose powder, pressed powder. There's so many different options. Whatever foundation formula you have or you desire, that's totally fine. The next essential item that you need in your makeup bag is gonna be concealer. So there's a lot of different options for concealer as well. I like this one. This one's by NARS. This is a mini version of their Radiance Cream Concealer, and this one is phenomenal. I know the Tarte Shape Tape is super popular. Fenty Beauty just came out with their concealer line. For drugstore, what I love is NYX. They have the pot as a full coverage concealer in a little pot. I also absolutely highly recommend the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. It has a little applicator on it. You twist it and you draw it on. It's amazing. Concealer is the next beauty essential. So then we have a setting powder or a setting spray. You do not have to have both. I like to use both because I tend to use a little bit more product, and when I put on a liquid foundation and then concealer and all the liquid stuff first, I like to set it with powder so that when I put on my powder bronzer and powder blush, it blends really well and it just works with the formula as opposed to trying to blend powder directly on top of liquid. And then what I'll do is I'll take a setting spray or a facial spray, facial mist, whatever you prefer, and once I'm done with everything, I'll just spritz it on and it just settles everything together. It makes it look really smooth and look hydrating and a little bit more dewy. You could either use a setting spray, you can use it after your foundation or after you apply everything, or you can honestly just use a setting powder as well. If you're more oily, probably recommend the setting powder because it helps to mattify and minimize oils throughout the day. The next beauty essential is going to be blush. Now there's different options for blush as well. You can do it in a loose. This is a mineral blush powder. You also have an option of a stick. Some products, some brands have blushes that are like a cream or a stick. This is great if you don't use powder at all and you just use like a tinted moisturizer or a liquid foundation. You can draw this on, blend it out, and you're good to go. You can also do a pressed powder for blush. That's the easiest option because everyone has a pressed powder. Blush is essential. It really helps to brighten your face, add a little bit of color, and just create kind of that youthful look like you did when you were young and you had those flushed cheeks, and it's really cute. So you can do bronzer, again, same thing as blush in different forms. You have a pressed powder or pressed bronzer, you have a loose mineral bronzer. You can also do a cream or a stick, just like this. Next is an eyeshadow primer. I am a super believer in eyeshadow primer. This one's my all-time favorite, it's the NS Minerals. I like it because it has a yellow tint. It's good for minimizing any discoloration that I might have on my actual lids. And this one's actually really good for underneath my eye because I do have darkness underneath there. So some eyeshadow primers come in a pot like this. Some are liquidy, some are clear, some are mattifying, some are more hydrating. But it is an essential because it does help to make your eyeshadow last longer, crease less, and as well as make the pigment strong and wearable throughout the day. Let's talk about eyeshadow palettes, because I know we all have at least 1 or 2 eyeshadow palettes and then individual eyeshadows in our makeup bags right now. So let me help you understand the essential to an eyeshadow palette. A lot of women have a palette like this where there's like 16 different shades, but you only end up using 4. If that's you, it's okay. Don't be ashamed, there's no judgment. I just recommend that you get an eyeshadow palette that you will use every day. One that has maybe 3 to 6, no more than 6 colors. That way you're not wasting a bunch of eyeshadows and you're getting more for your money. So when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, I just recommend that you have something simple, something that you're comfortable with, and colors that you actually love to wear. Are you gonna say hi? Now the next beauty essential is a mascara. Now it's really hard to find the perfect mascara for you. You do have to try out a lot of them. You have to see if it works. You have to see what's best for your lashes, if you want length, if you want volume, if you want both. So I recommend just being really patient in finding the right mascara for you. Whatever works, works, and stick to that. The next essentials are going to be eyeliner. So I personally like to have 2 eyeliners at all time. I'll have a liquid and then I'll have a pencil. I have a black and a brown. So brown is really good, it's neutral, it's soft, it's not gonna be super contrasting or bold, but the black is gonna be contrasting. It's gonna be a little bit better for an elegant look or a full face. I just think it's best to have 2 just for options, but if you're more comfortable with just 1, then stick with 1, stick with whatever works with for you, and own it. Be confident in that. I feel like this is the Barney bag. Looking in the Barney bag, you remember that? Yeah, anyways. So next is gonna be brows. Now if you don't do brows, you don't need this obviously. If you want to have a complete look, you definitely need to do your brows. Brows make a huge difference, especially even if you're just like putting the minimum. If you put on the minimum amount of makeup, the best thing you could do is do your brows because it just makes you look so clean and perfected, and it just looks really good even if you don't have a lot of makeup on. There's options for brow products as well. You can do a mousse or pomade similar to this. You use a brush to apply it. You could do the same with powder. You could use a pencil like this that has a little spoolie on the end to brush it through. There's like brow pens, or they have mascaras now where it's a brow mascara and it just has a tint of the color on it. So if you just want to like draw it through and fill it in, then you can get that as well. And the very last beauty essential that you need in your makeup bag is a lipstick. Some people don't like to wear lipsticks, it's scary, it's, you know, you're not going anywhere, you're going to the grocery store, whatever. I always recommend having at least 1 lipstick in your makeup bag, whether it's a neutral or red or pink. Just have 1 because you never know when you need it. You never know when you need to dress up and have a little extra fun. Or if you just want to feel pretty for a day, that's the easiest thing you can do is put on a fun lipstick and just rock it and own it. But definitely have something other than lip balm in your makeup bag. Okay, so that's it. Those are my beauty essentials for you that every woman needs in her makeup bag. If you want, you can go to mysharebeauty.com and print up the essentials beauty list. You can also print up a brush list of all the essentials that you need to create a full face for that. Let me know your thoughts if you like this video, or if you have any more questions, leave a comment below. Go ahead and subscribe to My Share Beauty so that you are aware of all the next beauty tips that are coming your way, and I will see you next time.